in hopes that that story can connect you in one way or another, right? So as I'm reciting this poem or lyrics, if you hear something that's relatable to you, that you connect with, that you yourself have experienced or understand what I'm saying, I want you to like clap your hands, stomp your feet, wink your eye, look at each other, do something so that we can acknowledge that, you know, there's a shared experience here. All right? So it goes like this. I didn't come from a broken home. Instead, just the opposite. A loving family with problems though, a victim of my surroundings. Our biggest obstacle was lack of education and poverty, forced to do what was needed for a bit of food insecurity. It's hard to see the warmth of my family's love turned into a cold hug because the money problem's unresolved. 2 jobs ain't enough and still they grind harder than most. I'm pissed off at the world because we're now given no choice. But how did we get here? Our folks first started their country. You must be crazy. No one crosses a desert because they want to. It's a necessity, a sacrifice for the family. You don't call them illegals, you call them economic refugees. In this part of the song, I would tell you, imagine how you felt. But I know you don't need to imagine. Because if you've been poor, then you know the feeling real to you and vivid. Because you felt it, tasted, smelt it. In other words, you've also lived it. I turned my head away from anger because it would have been easy to pick up the pistol and bang on the ones I thought were responsible. Instead, I dreamt in Spanish and stared at my hands. Saw the color of my skin, reminding me the days my grandpa said, "Mijo, la cultura cura, la sangre indígena es pura." I stopped talking and suddenly I heard the whispers in the city. I share your pain, they said, we also want to be free. So instead of throwing up signs or throwing rocks at buildings, threw my fist in the air and joined the rest of the children. Could not turn the other cheek, because it's easy to forget, but it is hardest to regret. Look, I'm not a gangster, I don't bang, I'm not a hustler, I don't slang, but a ghetto kid. That's the reason for my swagger and my slang. I'm not dying for the block, see I don't own nothing there, but for my people, I'll give my life and work until we win the fight.